In a previous video I showed you how to create new swatches, and those swatches were mainly solid colors. So in this video I would like to show you how to create a swatch which is a tint of a particular color. So it could be like 30% of blue or 50% of blue. So again, when you create a new swatch earlier in the previous video, you go to the upper right corner in your swatches panel, and remember you chose new color swatch. Well, in this case you just choose new tint swatch, so you just go to new tint swatch. And at the moment I've got cyan 100% selected, so he will automatically open it up with the cyan selected, and then I can kind of indicate a tint. So say for example I want 50% of this particular cyan color, so I click add, and then you can see, and then click done, and then you can see automatically here that this is the cyan, but it's 49% of that cyan. So it's quite useful to also save a tint of a particular color, because if you want to use that tint to several objects in your document, then you don't have to manually apply a tint all the time in this particular box. So and if you create a new color swatch, it might be better if you have a new color swatch that you actually give it a name. So like say this one we call yellow. Okay, and I apply yellow to that. And as you can see, it automatically still picks up my 49%, but if I click on it again, it turns back to 100%. So now I go to new tint swatch, and again I'm gonna choose, say, let's do 30%, and then click on add again, and done. And then you can see it actually says yellow 30%. So that's why I always prefer to give my my colors a name, so you can quickly see, okay, yellow 100%, yellow 30%, because in this particular one you see all the names of each color that makes up that color, and then the percentage of that tint. So it's kind of what you prefer yourself. So this is kind of how you apply or save a tint swatch. What you can also create is a gradient swatch. So if you go to that upper right menu in your swatches panel again, then you go to new gradient swatch, and all you need to do here is just click on either the little left, I call it a little house. So on the it now kind of shows up the custom settings. But if I want to apply new colors, so for example I want to replace this black with a magenta color, I just click on it, and then it shows my swatches here, and I just choose the magenta, and that changes that little color in the little house as well. And then I can click on my other colors. So say for example I want a gradient from cyan to the magenta. I click on the other little house, and then I can choose either, I can just choose magenta like that, or I could just go to the same in this little drop down menu that says stop color, go to my swatches, and then choose a color from my swatches. So I click on there, and you can see it's changing now. And then I can give this gradient also a name. So I could choose cyan, magenta, and then click OK, and then I can apply that to my object in InDesign. So so it's quite useful if you use gradients and they need to maybe be used at several points in your document, that you can have them actually saved in your swatches palette instead of recreating them all the time. So that's so that was briefly how you can create swatches for your tints, and swatches for your gradients.